The team is continuing to work on that snowman. We'll show you the finished product at the end of today's show. Declan joins me again. We're talking more SPCA stuff because that is why we're out here today, of course. Declan, let's talk winter safety tips, things to keep in mind with your pets.
Yeah, this time of year we get a lot of calls from concerned citizens about potential neglect or things like that, just due to the conditions. Obviously, especially with that extremely cold weather we had, it can be really hard on the animals. So you always want to watch them for any signs that maybe the temperature is too cold for them. If they're walking and they're lifting their paws up and they're trying to, walk one-legged down the street.
You're very good at that, by the way.
I've been practicing. Probably a good sign that it's a little too cold for them, especially with those shorter-haired dogs. You really want to get them a coat and keep an eye on them. It's also important to keep in mind, snow is not an adequate source of water for pets. So some people just let their dogs out, expect them to eat snow to stay hydrated. It'll actually have the opposite effect, and it can actually cause very serious issues. So what you want to do in that case is have a heated water bowl for them if possible, as well as proper dog houses if they are going to be outside. So make sure it is large enough, make sure it's insulated, make sure it's off the ground, just so that they're not just out there freezing. Because we've seen animals with frostbite, we've seen, like we mentioned, the kitten who was covered in ice, literally. And obviously, dealing with those is a lot tougher than just preventing them in the first place. So if we can all do that, the animals will be just that much better off.
I had one question for you. What happens, or something you could keep in mind maybe before you start your vehicles? Is there a possibility that you might have animals hiding in there for warmth?
Absolutely. Especially stray kittens or cats in the neighborhood, they can hop up there for warmth to try and get a bit of shelter from the elements. So it is a good idea, give your hood a little knock right before you start. Give them a chance to scoot out of there and vamoose and get to safety. There have actually been stories of animals that have been trapped under hoods that have gone from one province to the other, kind of hitchhiking, just because they did get caught in that thing and they can get burns and injuries. So again, a very important point as well, yes.
All right, just a couple of things to keep in mind. It's cold, you're cold, your animals are cold, everybody's cold. Keep that in mind to keep them safe this winter.